Hello, I'm Rodney Bennett. I'm president of the University of Southern Mississippi, and I have the pleasure today of being able to visit with Mr. Holmes Adams. Many of you know Mr. Adams. He is the chair of the Lucky Day Foundation Board of Managers, a position that he has held since 1999. But by way of a quick reminder, I'd like to just say to you that because of the work of the Lucky Day Foundation and its Board of Managers, we have been able to award more than 1,100 degrees to Mississippians during the course of the relationship with the foundation. I also want you to know how grateful we are at the university for your most recent gift of $8.7 million to the University of Southern Mississippi, which brings the total to a little more than $35.7 million. That makes the Lucky Day Foundation the largest benefactor to the University of Southern Mississippi, and I want you to know how grateful we are for your support, for your engagement, and for that of the Lucky Day Foundation and its Board of Managers.
I appreciate your kind remarks. We're delighted to be here today and to talk with you.
It's an important partnership and relationship, and one that we're very grateful to have. A lot of people have heard about the Lucky Day Foundation and the Lucky Day Citizenship Program, but many people may not be as familiar with Mr. Frank Day. So I'd like to maybe ask you, if you would, to share a little bit about Frank Day's vision for philanthropy and how that vision transitioned into the creation of the Lucky Day Foundation.
Well, when Frank Day established the Lucky Day Foundation, I think he was really acting, whether consciously or unconsciously, I'm not sure, on an admonition in the Gospel of Luke that to those to whom much is given, much is required. Frank was a very successful banker and businessman, and a corollary to his financial success was his empathy and understanding of the plight of the people in his community who were in need. He was always a great believer in investing in people. He was not enamored with bricks and mortar. And the foundation has continued after his death to attempt to fulfill his goals of seeing that young Mississippians are able to achieve a college education. That is something that they could not do without the support of many scholarship providers at this university and other colleges and universities.
We have such a responsibility and such an obligation to the young people who choose Southern Miss to sort of meet them where they are. That's so important that Mr. Day saw the need to invest in people, and the University of Southern Mississippi shares that same belief that it's all about the investment in people. I'd like to ask you, in what ways has the relationship between the University of Southern Mississippi and the Lucky Day Foundation encouraged confidence in the investment that the board continues to make in our students?
Well, I guess over the last 17 years that we've had this relationship, it's really hard for me to believe it's been going on that long. The foundation has, and the board members have gained a solid confidence in Southern Miss as an institution. There's several reasons for that. The first, and it may surprise you, is the students themselves. They are very committed to working and studying hard. In addition to academic success, it's been their success all across the campus in leadership positions that they have held in clubs and organizations. Some of them have been members of the Hall of Fame. They've been president of the student body. They've done all sorts of things here that is well beyond a mere scholastic program. And further, one of the aims of this citizenship program is to develop servant leaders. And as a group, the students in our program have given an untold number of volunteer hours to the university and to the larger Hattiesburg community.
One of our goals at USM is to be an attractive place for which other individuals like Frank Day can make an investment in our students and thereby make an investment in public higher education in Mississippi. What might you say to friends or colleagues or family members who are asking, where can I make an investment that will be a really good return on that investment? And your answer might be something related to, have you thought about the University of Southern Mississippi?
In today's markets and with the state's diminishing contributions to universities, I think it's really important that private individuals, private donors step up and lend a helping hand to students so that they can have an opportunity to go to a four-year university. Otherwise, we will never make progress in trying to lift students to a different level of achievement in their lives. I think we really give joy to students, and in return, we receive joy. It's in the giving that it comes to us. I think, Dr. Bennett, it was maybe Maya Angelou who said that giving liberates the soul. And I think her statement is really correct. When we meet with students and they express their gratitude to us and to Mr. Day and his memory for what he has enabled us to do here, it is a genuine affection between us and them, and that is an unrivaled experience. I mean, and whether someone is considering a program of the scope of the Lucky Day program, or whether they're just considering aid to a single student, doesn't make a difference. What they need to do is to really participate in the program with the student, so that they have some understanding of what the student is doing, and they will get a sense of what the student has achieved, and it will be more meaningful to them, I think perhaps more meaningful than it has been to the student.
I think you're absolutely right. I want to tell you how grateful I am as president of the university to have had this opportunity to just sit and chat with you today. There are lots of words at universities, lots of scholarship and lots of academics, but sometimes I think the best is the simplest, and that's just for me to thank you from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of all of our faculty, staff, and students. Thank you for being our partner, and thank you for being here today.